Welcome to Manchester United News Update. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Transfer News Live. Man United offered £67 million Zirkzee trade as Newcastle deal approved. The January transfer window is nearly a week old and fans are yet to see the market spring into life. It is believed that one big money deal could be all that's needed to get the ball rolling in a month when business is usually tricky. Manchester United will hope the trigger point arrives soon, with Ruben Amorim in need of cash to invest in players capable of playing his 3-4-2-1 system. The Red Devils redeemed themselves with a score draw at Anfield on Sunday, but fans will not want the club to get complacent. The likes of Manchester City, Tottenham and Newcastle are also expected to be active if the right opportunities present themselves, while those in the thick of a Premier League relegation battle will naturally look for ways to strengthen. Liverpool urged to sell Trent Alexander-Arnold. Richard Keys has urged Liverpool to cash in on Trent Alexander-Arnold this month after his below-par performance in Sunday's 2-2 draw against Manchester United. Alexander-Arnold had a torrid afternoon at Anfield days after Liverpool quickly rejected an approach by Real Madrid. And Keys believes Arne Slot would be better off pocketing some cash for the right-back now if he's going to produce similar displays before his contract expires in the summer. In his latest blog, he wrote, "As for Trent, there's not a lot more to say, is there? His performance proved that Liverpool should take Madrid's £20 million and settle the on-off transfer saga surrounding him. Clearly, he's leaving, so bring the issue to a head. Never mind all the sentimental, misguided nonsense being spouted by Liverpool pundits who should know better. Get the deal done. Believe me, Liverpool's season is not going to hinge on whether a bang-ordinary defender stays or goes. I'm not saying he isn't a good player. I just think his skill set is better suited to Madrid. Defending is not his strength. And the debate is a distraction." Man United push to sign Nuno Mendes. Manchester United are pushing to sign Paris Saint-Germain left-back Nuno Mendes this month, according to reports. The Telegraph claimed that Ruben Amorim wants to reunite with the 22-year-old, who he worked with at Sporting before PSG sealed a £34 million deal in 2022. Amorim views Mendes as his ideal first United signing to address a problem position in the early stages of his reign. The report adds that PSG hope that Mendes won't ask to leave for a club absent from the Champions League and the summer's FIFA Club World Cup. West Ham flirt with Graham Potter. West Ham United have met Graham Potter about the manager position as they prepare to sack Julen Lopetegui, reports claim. According to Sky Sports, the Hammers will dismiss Lopetegui once they reach an agreement with their chosen candidate. Transfer News Live. Rashford's Man United exit, Liverpool Sale, Muani's Premier League move. Manchester United and Liverpool will be front and center throughout the January transfer window as the likes of Marcus Rashford, Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold look to iron out their futures. The 2025 January transfer window is already around a week old, and already we've got ourselves several sagas in the Premier League. Liverpool have already rejected an offer from Real Madrid for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who will be available on a free in a matter of months. There are also decisions to make over Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk with their contracts winding down. Manchester United are keen to bring in some new faces with Ruben Amorim now at the helm, but the focus at Old Trafford is likely to center around Marcus Rashford and whether or not the club choose to cash in on their academy product. Elsewhere, Arsenal continue their search for a forward amid links with Matheus Cunha and Alexander Isak. Manchester City, Chelsea and the rest of their Premier League rivals are also aiming to be busy over the coming weeks. Duran's suitors grow. PSG are keen on signing Jhon Duran, and Aston Villa could be tempted to cash in on their striker for £60 million, according to TalkSport. Meanwhile, Barcelona sporting director Deco has already met with Duran's representatives to hold informal talks, make it clear to the Aston Villa striker he is on their radar. Claims Sport. Arsenal look to seize on Olmo issues. Barcelona are set to appeal to Spain's Ministry of Sport on Tuesday in a last-ditch effort to be able to register Dani Olmo and Pau Victor. If they are unsuccessful, Arsenal are among a number of clubs linked with an opportunistic January move for Spain international Olmo. According to El Periodico, citing legal experts, it is unlikely the ministry sides with Barcelona. The Catalan club have so far failed to convince the Spanish FA and La Liga to support their argument for registering the two players. Bayern to rival Man United for Gyökeres. Bayern Munich want to rival Man Utd's bid to sign Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres, reports The Star. The Swedish striker is one of Europe's hottest prospects, and Ruben Amorim is tipped to go after his former frontman this summer. Bayern, though, despite having Harry Kane on their books, want to ensure they are also in the race to sign Gyökeres. Zirkzee on the move. Amorim has refused to rule out the possibility of Joshua Zirkzee leaving Manchester in January, just 6 months after he joined the club. The Dutchman was signed in the summer from Bologna for £36 million and scored on his debut in the opening game of the season, but has struggled since. Already questions are being asked over his future, with Juventus reportedly keen on signing the former Bologna man. They're now led by Thiago Motta, was previously worked effectively with Zirkzee in Serie A, and they're reportedly lining up a bid this month. Gym sessions, Cavani chats, and more. How Manuel Ugarte is making his mark at Manchester United. Manuel Ugarte has started in 12 of the 16 matches for Man United since Erik ten Hag was sacked, and is showing why the club signed him. A picture recently circulated of Manuel Ugarte brandishing his middle finger to photographers at Stockport Station. It was easy to jump to conclusions or to stereotype him. What the picture did not capture was professional autograph hunters provoking United players. Staff at United say Ugarte's sign language was for them, rather than the photographer. The photographer has not had any personal dealings with Ugarte. Security staff have clocked how much of a nuisance the autograph hunters are for United. Signed United shirts continue to do a roaring trade, and there were some ghoulish fans loitering outside Manchester Cathedral after the funeral of Kath Phipps on Monday afternoon. The hunters have been prone to tail players on their journey home. Sometimes they follow them literally all the way. At Sir Alex Ferguson's previous address in Wilmslow, the odd chancer had the brass neck to ring the United greats' doorbell. They were hanging around in Spinningfields when Matthijs de Ligt and Nusser Mazraoui emerged from dinner at the Ivy. The pair were officially announced as United players the following day. United were asked to release a statement on behalf of Mason Mount after he was pestered in his first summer. Mount was filmed declining requests and portrayed as the villain. Mount was merely giving the usual familiar faces short shrift. Ugarte was literally more pointed with his reaction. Erik ten Hag was a stickler for the grinta Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro brought to the United side in his first season. Casemiro was repeatedly described as the cement between the stones before he started crumbling. Ugarte is now pouring into that void in midfield. Aside from Ahmad, he is the only other player who has maintained a consistent performance level under Ruben Amorim. Hardly a surprise when Amorim coached Ugarte for 2 years at Sporting. Ten Hag did not want Ugarte, but Dan Ashworth did. The former United sporting director outlined his confidence in a deal for the Uruguay international to Burnley, anticipating a possible United bid for Sander Berge. The link possibly drove up Berge's £25 million fee to join Fulham. Raphael Varane had Rio Ferdinand, and Casemiro was introduced to Roy Keane. Ugarte pressed the flesh of Paul Scholes after the £50.75 million signing was paraded on the Old Trafford pitch. Ugarte was unveiled moments before kickoff against Liverpool on September 1st. Halfway through that contest, Casemiro was hooked after a possible career-ending first half. Ugarte's importance grew without him having a kick. At Anfield on Sunday, he was fortunate to avoid a caution for a late sliding tackle on Cody Gakpo early on. Cannily, Ugarte extracted it of any maliciousness. Reprieved by referee Michael Oliver, Ugarte. Angry Paul Scholes slams Manchester United owners over ridiculous decision. Manchester United legend Paul Scholes has launched a blistering attack on Ineos Supremo Sir Jim Ratcliffe as the British billionaire approaches his 1-year anniversary at the helm. Paul Scholes has slammed Sir Jim Ratcliffe and claimed he has done nothing positive since taking over at Manchester United. Ratcliffe and his Ineos team have been in control of United for nearly a year, but have presided over a series of disastrous and controversial decisions. United are currently 13th in the Premier League table, with Scholes furious at the way Ratcliffe and his team have acted in terms of decisions on and off the pitch. From keeping Erik ten Hag in the summer, only to sack him 14 games into the new season, to sacking 250 staff and raising minimum ticket prices to £66, Scholes said Radcliffe and his team have been a disaster for United. They have been in charge of Manchester United for nearly a year now and everything is still negative, said Scholes. I can't think of something positive that they've done for the football club. Things are getting worse on the football pitch, so couldn't they have just said that they'd do cheaper tickets? Couldn't they just give us something positive? How can you ask Manchester United fans to pay more money with what's on the football pitch? £66 for a ticket is ridiculous. If you think of Manchester, there are so many deprived areas and Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself is from Failsworth, which is a deprived area. If you take one kid with you, that's £120. If you take a family, you're looking at £300 to £400. It's not right. Where do these owners get the front to put ticket prices up? For the value, we're probably having our worst ever Premier League season and they've got the cheek to put the prices up. Scholes claimed Ratcliffe has done nothing positive for United since taking over, claiming the current side is average at best, which cannot justify the huge hike in the price of a ticket. There is nothing positive happening with that football club, said Scholes. The team look bang average. They're not doing anything for fans. If we've got Sir Jim Ratcliffe, compared to all these American owners, who's been a United fan since growing up in an area in Manchester, he's still hiking prices up. It just shows that they don't care.